wheelchair, and I was out with my mum, she'd say, or her friends would say, "Oh, would you take sugar?" And she'd say, "He just sat there wanting to ask you." And I'd say, I do take sugar, thank you, too.
We've got quite a diverse population that seems to get on reasonably well in general.
The system or what is showing that it's not much people reporting because we just don't bother to report it because it's not going away, it's going to be shelved. And when I come to the police station to report somebody's racist against me and you're telling me so that's not racism, hello, am I going to go any further with it? I don't think so. So people just don't bother.
Them or the organisations that support them to make sure that any minority or marginalised community has support in accessing police services or in reporting any sort of prejudice that has happened to them.
The real discrimination what I found at the Home Office is when an American came into the room. He didn't have to queue.
There are prejudice incidents for people with disabilities, and I think that's probably slightly underreported, and that's what we're trying to actually promote within this unit.
You tend to get people nudging, and even adults, you'll see them as you're walking past, they snigger and nudge each other and point.
So hate crime covers all sorts of different things. From the sort of area that we might consider a low level would be verbal abuse. Someone might shout at you on the street, call you names. They could ignore you, they could not serve you in a shop. That would then build up to harassment, so we could start having neighbourhood issues. Neighbours could start fighting with each other, or there could be elements of prejudice there. Then we move up to more serious things like threats or attack or assault.
When Mum and Dad take me out for a walk, Mum usually said, "Do you want a photo of her?"
I was perceived to be thick as anything. They say, "Do you want sugar, David?" And I say, "I do want sugar. How many sugars do you want?" 2 sugars. Okay, nice, but I'll get you sugar.
So we, again, are out encouraging people to report that, and if they think it's because they're being targeted because of their disability, then we want to know about it.
I didn't care when they were taking the mickey because I didn't perceive it as them taking the mickey.
Prime Minister Blair did say education, education, education. And I remember I gave a speech and said access, access, access.
I went to special school.
At the end of the day, really, it seems like it's open up for everyone.
No, I didn't learn anything really educate us above primary school level.
Quite a good deal of students coming in from all parts of the country and all over the world, Cambridge being a centre of excellence for education.
I went to a able-bodied school, and it's got disabled people in it too, so I'm used to having able-bodied around me when I was 13.
These people, and they always ask me what kind of help I needed, and I said I didn't need much help, to be honest. I wanted to do things myself. They gave me a teaching assistant, but I hardly needed them. I could do straight lines and maths or use of a compass, and one of my favourite subjects at school was actually art and graphics. I loved the designing and using rulers and all different types of equipment, and that to really be creative and try and use both my hands to create something.
I went there, and I went away from home. I'm more independent now. Before I didn't go to Empton because the speech of school make me more disabled.
Really, and they just told us, did social stuff. I did go to college, but that was a special college again. But I did get one O-level.
Some of our black children have to face is that extra, almost like a curriculum, the prejudice, the bullying because of your skin tone, and that stop you from learning. If you're in a free zone of any other issues but just education, you will learn.
I mean, the youngest we've received reports from would be secondary school, but there have been a number of reports from schools, and obviously there are usually procedures in place within the school to tackle bullying, but if somebody feels that school hasn't dealt properly with the incident or they're not happy with it, then they could contact us or contact the police depending on the severity of the issue.
Why did he ask me certain things in methodology when you knew that it will be taught in the final year? And he said to me, but you should understand that you came from other country and you are disabled, and we had to make sure that you would be capable.
I actually struggled at university, to be honest. I didn't get much help at all. I was having problems with my accommodation. You know, I applied for a flat that helped disabled people out with like a shower, you know, where I could easily sit down and do stuff, easily have a shower there. But I wasn't giving a shower like that, like the one I hoped for. You know, I was actually, you know, I was put in a flat that was far away from the actual campus, so I had to walk a bit, and it took some time to get there, and it really was hurting my feet sometimes.
And I had an assistant who wanted my job, and she didn't have a master's degree, but she was put there to help me. And instead of helping me, she just wanted me to go.
You may qualify, both of you, for the same job, going through the same education system, maybe have the same grade or even a little bit better grade, and yet still they give the job to somebody else. Because they felt like, you know, you come here to steal a job, so obviously, no, we can't give you this job. Even if you're qualified for it. I mean, I have that same situation where I was told I'm too qualified for a job.
I want to work.
We teach people how to use computers. Shouldn't we've had about 100 this year come pass through. We used to just teach just disabled people, but now we've opened it up to anyone that needs it. We have a lot of elderly people come to just want to know how to use a computer.
That is fun.
Yeah. Bob makes the tea. And teaches.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can take.
Clean your glasses.
Yes, it's one of your duties.
The employment place at 9 in the morning, work as expected to work till 5 in the afternoon, go home, have my dinner, watch telly, whatever, and do that for 5 days of the week. There's no way I could do that.
I had to move departments. They didn't give me the job at the DHSS where I was. I had to move to another place where they took me on.
We're their police service, we're there for them, so we want them to be confident enough to come forward to us, tell us what the problems are, give us a chance to actually direct them to who can help if it's not a direct crime matter or a police matter, and to promote community well-being in general.